Hey, how you doing? Andy with you for another nail guitar skills lesson. This is a really important lesson and one that I'm really passionate about teaching you. It is all about what is the most important picking pattern to learn. And when I say important, that can have lots of different meanings. For me, it means it's the picking pattern that's going to set you up to learn other picking patterns easier. It's a picking pattern that sounds great and is very useful for putting into your own songs and is used so much. They're kind of the reasons why I class this as the most important picking pattern. All right, let's zoom in and have a look at it. So I'm just going to be playing a D chord here, just setting it up nice and easy. 1, 2, 3, second fret, third fret. Any hassles with your chords, check out my other chord lessons. I'm assuming you've already subscribed. All right, so we've got our D chord there, and here is the pattern. Bring it in nice and close so you can see. Now that can be on different strings, and we can move different notes to different strings. So I could move my bass note, my starting note, for instance, if I was playing a G. It's still essentially the same pattern. It doesn't mean that you have to have explicitly the same strings, but it's the arrangement of the picking. And you can be doing different ups or down picks, that's a different thing again, but it's this pattern. So what is that pattern? I'm starting off, I'm getting the D string, G, B, G, E, B, G, B. A little faster. And this picking pattern is used in so much stuff. It's crazy. And it sounds great. It's very versatile. Now I could get that on different strings. I could be getting an E minor here, just my two, second fret. And you may recognize that sort of thing if you go search for a song by Guns N' Roses called Civil War. That song starts with that sort of pattern. And move it over to a G. Those sorts of ideas, and heaps of other songs as well. I'm sure you'll soon enough run into references for this picking pattern if you're not already thinking of some already. So if we come back to our D chord reference, what we can do is we can move just the first note if we like. So moving over to a G chord, I can keep everything the same except for the very first note. Move it from a D note, or an open D string, over to our E string to get the this one on the top here. Now you may have noticed there I changed my actual picking direction once I was skipping over here. And I'm not going to dig in too much today to your actual picking directions. Your good no-brainer starting point is always starting with downstrokes. Then you won't get confused with your picking patterns if you're all doing, doing all the one direction. So start with that, and then you can look at different options from there. But that's another lesson. I could do that all with downs. Do then the same thing with, say I go to an A minor chord there, I could get the same idea. I'm just going to use this bass note, changing the bass note over to an open A string, and then still keep to this G, B and E string combination. C, D, F. Just throwing a few different chords around here, and that's the idea, is for you then to experiment yourself and play around with it, because that's what good sounding stuff like cool picking patterns are all about, getting there and being creative with it and having fun with it to get it into your playing, because you're going to use it heaps anyway. So I'll just jam around it with a little more so you can see where this can go. Behind Blue Eyes, there's another song that uses it. There's heaps of them. And it's just a really good picking pattern. So the idea is that we're taking our basic pattern, D, G, B, G, E, B, G, B, and then I can move the very first note, our bass note, according to what chord we're playing. So to bring out the bass note in that chord, the lowest note in the chord, in other words. So dig into that pattern, learn it, get it into your psyche and experiment with it. Doesn't matter what style of music that you play, you're going to be using this picking pattern because it comes out everywhere. It doesn't matter whether it's pop, blues, rock, Spanish, classical, metal. It's going to come up everywhere because it's just a very, very practical pattern. Nail it, get it good. As always, subscribe if you haven't already. Got plenty of lessons for you, over 200 already, with all sorts of stuff on there. Scale lessons, chord lessons, soloing lessons, picking pattern lessons, show you funky cool phone apps that I found, music related ones, all that sort of cool stuff. Check it out for yourself. I won't flog it anymore. That's for you to check out. And hit the like button, of course. All right, see you for more action real soon. Check out the Nail Guitar Skills channel to learn more guitar skills. And check out my other channels for heaps of free guitar training videos.